pull it up real close.
I hauled grain there the last few years.
Yeah.
You had a rooster in the house with them all the time?
Yeah, Peter Blokowski. Yeah, old Pete.
Yeah.
And your dad was saying that one winter you had a bunch of cattle there that were standing on their heads.
Yeah, we had.
Well, there's the hill. We're having a good look at this place. That's where Gordon is standing now. It used to be a garden in that little patch. But these little trees that are great big now used to be small. And it's hard to remember what was here 60 years ago. But I'm having a good look at things. We'll have to go up there and have another look. Over there, I don't know what happened to this place after my dad moved away from here. They had a fire here and they burnt everything down. The house and the barn and everything else. And of course other people lived here and they changed things around. They may have built other things here. And as far as I remember, I think the house was right in about that spot there somewheres. But there's a big tree there. And the barn was over there, where you see that bit of a brush. That's where the barn was. And of course the bush was there. There's a sort of a roadway there. It used to go west to Gawronski's farm. Of course, things have changed. And here where I am standing used to be a bin. Used to store stuff in it. And there, where I'm looking now, it was clear and a kind of a swamp. It used to have water there in the spring, and whenever it rained heavy. But things have changed. Now we'll go and look at some more. I think that's where the well used to be. And of course, that well is all finished now. We'll have to dig down there and see if we can find that old cribbing. It used to be a wooden crib. And looking this way, oak trees, lots of oak trees. Yeah. I remember those oak trees. There was just a couple of little ones, but they're great big ones now. Yes, he's a pretty big oak tree there now. He must be getting old too. Yes, things have changed around here.
This is one of the things that John...
Yes, that was a plowed field. My father used to plant it to grain. Sometimes barley, sometimes wheat, sometimes oats. And I'll zoom in. And that's where the neighbors used to have their buildings. There was all kinds of little buildings, bins, sheds, barn, and the house was in behind those big trees there. There's a clearing there. Of course, that was a long time ago. It was 60 years ago. A little bit shaky there, but it's okay. We'll steady it down a little bit. Now we'll turn around and look over that way. Yes, my father used to plant rye on that little patch there. We used to go to school down this way. We used to take a shortcut and wind up way over there in the corner somewheres. Way over there somewheres. The corner of Didichuk's farm. Then go straight east to school. Here's my transport, 40. Now I don't have to. Okay, there's a hole there, and unless my guess is wrong, that's where our old cellar used to be. That was the kitchen part. The kitchen was above it, and the house was there where I'm taking a picture of now, and that's the rest of it. Any more than that, I am guessing. Okay, good enough. Wide angle, yeah.
I don't know if they, what they like to see. I just take a picture. No, it's too late now.
Well,
The playground and the tennis court.
yeah.
Kids. Where the kids stay at these places.
One running.
Oh yeah, number. All got numbers on.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something there. It looks like the beaver's trying to build a dam or something.
Yeah. I went fishing there. I got some fish last summer.
Did you catch it? Oh?
Yeah.
What kind?
Jack. Jack.
Jack? Well. Well, so much for that. And the cables are buried there. Can you see them? Yes, I can see them. Now we'll go up here. We'll follow the cables. They go up here. They go up here. And there they are. There's the old thrashing outfit. What's left of it. Some more there. And there's the beginning of the bridge. Now I'll walk over there and take a little bit more.
You have a sign here, see?
Yeah. There's the bridge, but I wouldn't walk across that even if you paid me.
If you could get off to the side, John, you can get the picture of the thing right across.
Yes. Well, I'm taking it here. Here's part of the stairway.
Yeah.
The left side of the stairway.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got a better view here. And there we are.
So the kids
The
get
bridge.
across going to school.
Well, I think the kids might start across, but I doubt like heck if they'd get across. They might fall into the river.
Right now.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there it is. what they call this, the swinging bridge?
Yeah.
Well, it's swinging. To that thrashing outfit. And chunks of walking plow there. This is going to be a heritage site. Some site. Okay. I like those flowers. I'm going to get some seeds in the fall. Same kind of flowers, only white. Now this flower is dill, for dill pickles. Same kind of flowers, only a different color.
Now the camera could break.
They're taking a picture of the roses.
The roses?
Yeah. Remember
Two
when we went
roses.
to the funeral?
The two roses.
That was a good one. Him and Tilly and I were together, sitting, and he was sitting between us. And Tilly said, "A thorn between."
Oh, she says they'll be glad when they can. Good part of it.
They had a busy summer, did they?
There, that looks nice. Got it. Good.
Passed away, and it's just him and his daughter, and she's a cripple.
Is that right? Well, anyway, they sure got a nice windmill there.
Yeah.
And they got a Martin house.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there it is. Okay, good. I'll show this to my friend and show him this. He thinks he can eat fast. He can't eat as fast as this thing once this gets his teeth going. What do you call it? If his wife heard me saying that, she'd piss herself laughing. Yeah. Well, that's good. Oh, that recorded. Better not put that. There's that big tractor. And it pulls this manure spreader. That's what they use for the hog farms or whatever. I forget how big a load that is. Boy, I'm telling you, it would take a person a long time to spread that load of manure. They have a better name for it. They call it a shit spreader. But the fancy name is a manure spreader. And they're doing a little fixing up on it. Anyway, that's what they call a gangster. Yeah. There's Gordon's 4x4. We're going to go exploring the country again today. See what we can find. Anyway, so much for that. That's the shady spot.
Yeah.
Did they add on to this building since they moved it here?
Yeah.
Which part is the...
On the back, on that far end.
Oh yeah, on the left side there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the original school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, now we got that. Should be okay for a souvenir.
Mm-hmm.
This is a camping site at Roseau River Park. And it's not too far to the river. In fact, just behind me here, there's a spot where you go down to the river, catch a fish or two. There's Gordy. Well, he's about a good half mile, maybe more. He's going to one of those farmers there. See if we can get a tractor and get us out of this mud hole. We is stuck. We is stuck right there. What? If we'd went faster, we probably would have made it, but we didn't, and there we are. Well, it's one of those things. We is stuck. See if I can see Gordy from here. Yes, I can still see him. He's about a mile away. There he is. Okay, that's enough. Now we know where he is. There, they're going to pull us out of that mud hole. He looks far away, but he's coming. Okay, that's enough of that. He's coming to bail us out. Well, I am only guessing, but somewhere's in here, maybe there is where my grandfather's house was, and maybe around the corner of that bush is where the old blacksmith shop was and the old outside oven. And along there where those clump of trees are, that's where the barns used to be and stuff like that. Where all that brush is, it used to be an open field and all that. And along the bush here, not that bush, along this bush here is where there used to be 2 or 3 granaries, about 30 feet long, and there's about 2 of them. Hello? Yep. There, Gordy's there somewhere. We found the old scrap iron pile in the bush there. Right beside it, to the left, was a blacksmith shop and the old outside bake oven. And right here, well, you see that crutch there?
Well, the cement cribbing is still good.
Yeah. Deep? Yeah? And it's open?
Yeah.
There's the old Russian pump for pumping water out of the well. And there's the well. See, there it is. Cement cribbing. See, somebody re-cribbed the well instead of wooden crib. It's cement cribbing. So there it is. There, where all those weeds are over there. That's where the barns used to be. The barns used to be there. And then along the bush there, the granaries used to be. This is the bush that the granaries used to be. And the house was in a different place than I thought it was. It was over here behind me. There. That opening there is where the blacksmith shops used to be, and the oven for baking bread, outside oven. It was inside the blacksmith shop. And in there, in that little brush, there was a scrap iron pile. And if that's the case, the house was about here, in this area, right there, where these small trees are. And about 10 years ago I was here and the house was falling down. So if they had a fire through here, I don't think there's any sign of it. So much grass, and the grass is so tall it's hard to walk through. Anyway, we've got so much on tape now, so that's better than nothing. Gordy's gone to get the truck and come around. If he can come around, that'll be good. Save me a lot of fighting through this tall grass with my game leg. And through there, as far as you can see, we used to take a shortcut and come into Grandpa's house here. It was years and years ago, 1930, 1931, 1932, and 33. But those days are gone. Anyway, not a sign. Just a bunch of weeds where the buildings used to be. And that's it. Gordy. He found his way through the bush. There he is. He's going around, and he's going to go around there and come in here. Okay, we'll go towards him and wait. But I'm in the shade now. There he is. I saw him glistening through the bush. Well, he should be there. There he is. I lost him for a minute. There he is. Okay, I'll go towards him. Yes, there's lots of dust. Oh, these are going good. truck in between there and load her up? Isn't that something? Well, all they got to do is drive the truck in between and load her up. But that truck can never get filled up that quick again.
I wonder what them hold.
Yeah, those boys are really fast. He didn't even stop and they started shooting her in. Look at him, he's already getting his bar down so he can start cutting it down. There's the third one coming up. Yeah? Is there another truck coming? Oh, he's full. Oh, that filled that truck up. Ivan.
Who is it?
Ivan, that's the grandfather's.
Oh. That's Zepper's son too?
Yes. Just back up a little bit so I can get the both of them in. Weeds. Place up. Yes. Oh, good God. Any berries?
More than berries, isn't it?
Oh, good gosh, what's in it? Did you have a drink?
No, nothing in it. I
Oh. I'm just trying to see what the figure is here. $19.41. $14.10. No, $14.10. Huh? 1410, 1941. 1410, 14th of the 10th month.
Right, 14th of October.
Sounds like my brother's birthday. 14th
Yes,
of October. Yeah, that's when he passed away, 1410. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I can't get any more than that. There. This is the place. Russ Dorn. Did he? Well, anyway, that's where they found him, in that machine shed. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, now we know where it is. Okay, very good. What's the name of the district?
Overstoneville.
Overstoneville, that's where it is. Now we know. Okay, very good. We got it.